Hey everyone, this is Nikachu, and I am here with my brother, and we are playing Merfolk and Modern. We're not doing so hot. We don't have a very good start, but we're going to have a great finish. We're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. Love to thank the return of Salt Road Patrol. If you want to find out, what's making what are some ridiculous things in Magic that make people salty, go check out Austin Hoey's Salt Road Patrol on themanabase.com. And we are on the draw, because I rolled a 1. Can't roll any higher than that. I mean, we're going to keep the hand. It's just a question of, like, what are we pitching with Gemstone Caverns? We could have, like, some... I guess we should pitch 1 Spreading Seas, and then that's probably what we're going to do on turn 2. On the other hand, we could also go into, like, Spreading Seas into Spreading Seas. Like, we're definitely... well, hopefully our opponent doesn't play Fetch Line Go, because then that means that our hand is, like, sort of poor. We have nothing to do on turn 2, and maybe we have nothing to do at all. I don't really want to throw in Master of Waves. Like we have a pretty good Master of Waves hand with, like, several Spreading Seases and Phantasmal Image to copy the Master of Waves. Let's just hedge against everything. So I have to click Gemstone Caverns. I guess we could just play once. We can get rid of a Spreading Seas. We could get rid of just the Phantasmal Image. No, I want the Threat Density. We're going to get rid of Spreading Seas. That's what we're going to do. You know what? We also had the option. We had the option of just not playing it at all. Like, we didn't need to use this. That was actually an option I didn't consider at all. Because we have Minamo. Minamo and Gemstone are totally fine. We have nothing really to play on turn 1. That's important. Okay, we're up against Infect. Our hand is poor, and then this thing right now did not help. Actually, do you know what? I take it back. It's probably going to help a little bit. It's probably going to help a little bit. I'm going to start this party off with this Ether Vial. Let's hope we just don't die in the next first few turns. Because if we go land, Master of Waves, Phantasmal Image, copy Master of Waves, that might be enough to lights out our opponent. Might have Volcroza. Do we just die on the spot here? Hopefully not. I don't want to die. Phantasmal Image is pretty vulnerable against Infect. It's not really where you want to be. It can just die to any of these sort of effects. It can die to Mutagenic Growth, for example. But Infect is pretty weak. Sorry, Glistener Elf is pretty weak to Master of Waves. It's very weak to Master of Waves. Well, I'm guessing we have to block this. Like, we don't have a choice. So we'll tap out to play our Marujiri and hope to block. So let's hope they don't give it unblockability or Rancor. Might have Volcroza. Sure. So that feels good. Okay, we're just going to chump. No big deal. No problem. We're really hoping for a land here. Or hope they don't play a Blighted Agent. Spellscat, that's fine. Doesn't do anything here. So we do got our land. It's a really good land. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to play Master of Waves. With the trigger on the stack, we're going to Violin Phantasmal Image and then copy Master of Waves and get the maximum blue Devotion triggers. See, if we play Master of Waves first, and then to just let the Devotion trigger resolve, we get 1 token, then we put this guy in and get 2 tokens, but this way we're going to get 4 tokens. And this guy's very likely to die, but you know what? Our board is pretty good. I think our board is pretty good. We have a lot of Elementals. We have 2 Mutavaults, which are really strong. Master Waves is pretty good against Glistener Elf. It's just bad against everything else. Like, it can't do anything about Ink Moth Nexus or Blink Moth Nexus. That's why we side out Master of Waves in this matchup, because it only lines up well against Glistener Elf hands. That's it. Certainly feeling pretty good right now, though.
Does this glistener thing have anything to do with glistening oil?
I don't know. Go ask Wizards of the Coast.
They no longer reply to my email.
What a surprise!
They politely say, please don't.
So we're going to attack with almost everything. We're not going to attack with any of the Master Waves, because then they can just block with Glistener Elf, pump up the Glistener Elf, kill the Master of Waves. This thing's probably doomed in some way, because if it's ever targeted, it's just going to die. We're going to hold on to Spreading Seas for the moment that they play Inkmoth Nexus. They already have an island anyway, so there's no point in playing it. Real question is, do we play this Curse Catcher? I don't really want to play this Curse Catcher, because this is worth so much damage. So if we attack with all... I have to leave up at least one of these to block the Glistener Elf. So they kill this Master of Waves, the Phantasmal Image. I attack with 3 elementals, these 2 guys. They're going to take a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. I think it's worth it. They can block, take... They're taking approximately 11 if they don't pump anything up. I hope I'm right about this. They might take a lot less, actually, if they kill this Master of Waves. But they're running out of cards in hand. I mean, let's say they they use a pump spell to kill our Master Waves, and they have 2 cards left in their hand. Yeah, it's good. It's fine. So, but I guess the best thing they can do is they could kill this Master of Waves, and then use the Spellskite and Glistener Elf to block the Mutavaults, because there'll be 3/3 creatures, and then they use a pump spell to kill one of the Mutavaults. They take 6 damage, go to 12. And then we'll just try to figure it out from there.
Or they could just resign.
But they'll have 2 less pump spells. And this Glistener Elf will still need a little bit of help to figure the game out, to finish off the game.
When does Infect damage affect you?
All the time. Or are they going to just take everything? No. Maybe they don't have an instant speed pump effect. Well, what is Might of Volcroza? It's an instant. But I guess that was played before I played my Master of Waves. So what's going on here? Another Glistener Elf. Which means I have to hold up more elementals. Or do I? Maybe this doesn't matter now. I think I want to land, just so I can play Curse Catcher and attack with everything. It's a bit funny. Okay, let's say attack with everything. Kill 1 Master of Waves. Like, can you even deal with the elementals right now? Again, let's say this thing dies. Doesn't exist. Any 2 creatures that get through win. So 1, 2, 3 blockers. Block Mutavault, Master of Waves. 4 damage. That's a lot of damage.
Spread is remaining 2 mana sources.
I don't really feel like doing that. They can't play Dismember. It would kill them. I think I just attack with everything. Okay, just in case. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying. I probably have the game in the bag. This game is like totally in the bag. It's just a matter of like playing around something that I don't know about. Because this Phantasmal Image can die at any second. Dismember can't kill this. I don't think this deck plays Vapor Snag ever.
He'd have a hard time casting anything if he doesn't have the mana for it.
Okay, how about this? We're just gonna we'll play a Curse Catcher, just in case, because the rest of this should be lethal. Kill this thing. Block, block, block. 6 damage. Well, sounds good. Hopefully there's nothing that gives first strike. Okay, Groundswell. It's fine. I foresaw that. I foresaw that. Oh, that's sick. Look at that. Look at that. Play Groundswell on my Phantasmal Image. Redirect to the Spellskite. I like it. I like it. None of this matters. You're at like some pitiful amount of life. Oh, you know what? Well, no, they don't. I don't think they have Nature's Claim in their main deck, but they could have like nature. That's a line I didn't think about. Nature's Claiming the Spellskite to get out of range of death. That's interesting. But then I probably could Curse Catcher that. So moving to the sideboard, like we do have a decent sideboard. We have Dispel. I'm not gonna bring in Disdainful Stroke, but it can hit Become Immense, and we're just gonna take out Master of Waves and a Phantasmal Image. Phantasmal Image, pretty fragile in this matchup. Pretty poor. Ceremonious Rejection hit anything? It hits. Just Spellskite, I think. Relic just hits Become Immense. I think I'm fine with this. Image, not great. But situationally might be fine. I mean, it's still going to eat up a... still going to eat up a card. It's just fragile, that's all. But we have a lot of... the deck is pretty good. I think the deck's pretty good. Awkward Hand, but we're going to keep it. It's pretty heavy on Spreading Seas.
And it's a good thing.
I guess so.
If you could have 10 of them in the deck, you should.
This is definitely a hand where I could just die on the spot. Another Glistener Health hand. Okay. This thing's going to attack for 4 a turn. Ugh. Not thrilled about that. I am thrilled about that, though. Tell you what I want to do. I want to be able to Harbinger this Glistener Elf at some point. I could play... I can't play Harbinger now because we could... I mean, we're just going to lose it for nothing. The Exalted will be for 3 damage. Pendelhaven will make it 4. 4 poison. So we basically have to... Well, we don't have to chump block, but if they play... if they have 2 pump spells, we would lose. So I might want to hold up this for something. And then next turn play Harbinger, bounce this thing, and then like play Marigiri, and then maybe we can get into some sort of chump blocking mode. I think that's what I do. Hope you don't have 2. Another thing I could do is Spreading Seas this. Get hit for 3. I just hope that they don't kill me. I don't like that either, though. No, I'm just going to Dispel something. That's all. Truth be told, I don't know what the right line is here. They have a pretty good start, but you know what? Glistener Elf can at least be chump block. That's not bad. It's not big. It's not the end of the world. So we're gonna get him hit for 4, which is also a good number because it's not 5. There's a lot of pump spells that like
great logic.
It's good to have a life total higher than something divisible by 5. So we still have 6 poison to go. Well, that's a problem. Now Noble Hierarch can just take over the job. So now I'm thinking let's Spreading Seas this thing and then hope that we can survive one more hit. And then and then try to stabilize. So we have 2 dispels. Feeling pretty poor. Yeah, we're just going to have to take a turn off. Spreading Seas this. Hopefully that we don't lose. We're drawing lands, which is good. It's good. Nothing wrong with that. I'm regretting not having the gut shots. Gut shot is great. Nature's Claim. No. Yeah, we just have to start using up dispels here. And if they got us, they got us. A lot of ways we can die here. A lot of ways we can die. That's one of them. Okay, our hand was a bit clunky. They had a good hand. Result was expected.
Green always has a good hand.
And I'm just going to keep this. I don't see anything wrong. Not going to change anything. Deck is still great. I would love to play first. This hand's fine. Yeah, we'll keep this. Mutavault attack. I think I want to play Mutavault so that I can start attacking with it immediately. And then we just play creature after creature after that, so that sounds good to me. And then if we have any disruption like Dispel or Dismember, we can easily hold it up on turn 3. What is up with this Infect deck? This is like definitely budget. This is a budget Infect deck, that's for sure. Oh, that was a great draw. Fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So we're going to immediately get in for the beatdown. We want Immunogenic Growth. That is an option. Even if they were the Nature's Claim right now, I don't think it would be a disaster. Okay, so they are going to attempt a Nature's Claim. I'm going to play a Curse Catcher. We're going to still have a board.
You gained life.
It is a little annoying I can't play... no, I gained life.
Yeah, that's why I said you gained life.
Bladed Agent, okay.
Is that a side effect of Nature's Claim? That you get life?
Yes, it is. More Dispels.
Now that green is canon for Merfolk.
Okay, I'm going to... Ugh.
So many more options available to
Yeah. I'm going to attack with the Mutavault and the Curse Catcher, and next turn we're going to play Lord of Atlantis or Harbinger of the Tides with the Oboro. We can filter it for blue mana, and I have Dispels held up to counter anything that gets used on this Blighted Agent. But I think it's really important that we get in for some damage here. I'm definitely not going to tap out without any blue mana up. We have 2 good options next turn. We can either play I'm probably going to end up playing the Harbinger of the Tides, bouncing the Blighted Agent with Dispel backup, just in case they want to give it hexproof. So there's Might of Volcroza. We're going to Dispel it. Just Dispel anything. Worst thing that could happen is become immense, but I think our opponent's really far from that. Well, I guess fetch land, fetch, that would work. Another Blighted Agent. Makes me a bit sad. So now what is the best thing to do? Well, with Phantasmal Image... Phantasmal Image, it encourages me to go for Lord of Atlantis, and then maybe we go So Lord of Atlantis, attack for 2, put him down to 11. Next turn we could Phantasmal Image, copy Lord of Atlantis, attack for just 10. They're a bit short on killing them. Or we could... Lord of Atlantis is just good in general. If I play Harbinger, we bounce this. It's not ridiculous either. I think we just want to get a clock. How do we do this? Okay, so I play Harbinger. Okay, there is a chance that we just win if they play fetch land, so let's go with the Harbinger. We'll go with the Lord plan. And we'll return this for 1 mana to reset it. And we'll attack for 2. Let's see what happens. I have also the option to play Harbinger. If we draw a land, maybe we'll decide to play Harbinger of the Tides at flash speed. So I feel like they have Vines of the Vastwood in their hand. Yep. Just like I said, yeah, we're going to dispel this. Just get rid of these things.
Boy.
Make good use of our mana while we can.
He's probably mad.
I hope they're mad. I hope he's super mad. Oh, Dismember's great! That's what we wanted to see. That was a great draw. So we could bounce 1, dismember the other one, attack for 4, and put ourselves in really good position to win next turn. So let's start with an attack. So that we can use up our Curse Catcher if they try to defend any of their things with Birds of Paradise. We'll start with Harbinger of the Tides. Attempt to bounce a Blighted Agent. Okay, so dismember now or later. If we dismember now, we definitely kill this thing. They have to tap. We're threatening lethal next turn. Unless they try to protect it with Birds of Paradise. Well, Phantasmal Image will win the game if they're tapped out. No, yeah, let's just try to kill this thing. Let's use up another pump spell if they have it. They have 4 cards in hand, but one of them is a Blighted Agent. But I'm assuming the rest of the cards are gas. They just have to be gas. Because they aren't playing lands. Oh, they could have another Blighted Agent in hand. And that's the manabase.com. Get dunked on instant replay. Oh, this is excellent. So if we get to keep the Curse Catcher on the board, we're just threatening lethal next turn because we have 8 power and Island Walk. Here comes Birds of Paradise for the victory. And we won the match, alright! We won against a classic deck that is struggling in the metagame. We didn't even need Gutshot for it. Amazing. Fantastic. Phantasmal Image, you're a liability, but you know what? It didn't matter this game. We just won with classic other cards. And that's what I was talking about. We got to be low to the ground. Why did we win this game? Because of cheap interaction, cheap counterspells. We didn't have Negate. We had Dispel. We didn't have Unified Will. We had Dispel. We weren't playing with Echoing Truth or clunky Vapor Snag. We had Dismember. We had the good cards.
Basically, it has the word dis in the title. It's great.
This and this.
This and that.
This and that, sure. So, yeah, that is how I feel like we have to be able to approach this metagame. We have to be very low to the ground. We have to be able to play two things on one turn. This is a classic case of, this is a model game about how I want to be approaching this metagame right now. And if you can be playing two things a turn, you're going to be able to beat a lot of decks. So anyway, we're going to thank all my patrons for supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu and his brother playing Merfolk in Modern.